I'm in a battle with the only person that I really want to beat, and that's me.
Your tired body, that unmotivated mind, and get out there and do it anyway. You're not only winning when things are going your way. You got to figure out how to win when things aren't going your way.
Who are you? And what do you want?
If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there.
It don't matter how up that shit might look. It don't matter how much it feel like it ain't gonna work. You have to move in a way, it's an unwavering faith.
When you're going through something really challenging, how do you show up? Do you choose to become a victim, or do you find meaning in how you show up?
The bottom line is, no one's coming. No one.
People only root for others at 2 times. First, when they're at the beginning of the race. Second, when they finish. Neither is when you need it. So, you have to master the middle. The boring, exhausting, soul-crushing middle. That's where the winning happens. On your own.
You must take full responsibility for making the hard decisions necessary. All of life is a series of challenges, and the difference between the winners and losers in life is not the difference in problems, because everybody has problems. The difference between winners and losers is the responses to the problems.
The big question is, what am I becoming here? Because true happiness is not contained in what you get. Happiness is contained in what you become.
How much are you running towards something that you want, and how much are you running away from something that you fear?
If you go visit the darkness that you've been running from, you'll have the opportunity to leave a better person. You'll have a better understanding of your purpose. But if you don't take that trip and the darkness comes visit you, it's a guest that will never leave.
There's no fucking hack, bro. There is no fucking life hack. To grow that thing, how do you grow it? Do it, and do it, and do it. That's the hack. The hack is gonna fucking suck.
I really think the biggest cheat code in life is just going after it and not being concerned of whether or not you fail at one specific task. Instead, understanding the big picture, what your long-term goal is, and knowing if you keep driving forward and never f***ing quit, in the end you will succeed.
You have to realize, you have to know, you have to accept that all your excuses are lies.
If you want to be ordinary, you ain't even got to listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary is cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're gonna have to do extra. You put extra on top of extraordinary and you come up with extraordinary.
I think you're a different guy if you go even when you don't want to, or when you subjectively have extra difficulties, because now you're the guy who did it, even when it was hard. It's, are you gonna lower your standards to the problems that you're dealing with, or are you gonna raise your standards and fix those problems and be in a better position?
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? That's the question. And that's basketball, that's whether it's football, that doesn't matter, right? And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in one day, in 1 week, in 1 year, right? It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
As you start to fail, you fail more and more rapidly. But it also means that as you start to succeed, you succeed more and more rapidly. And it starts to compound on you. So a small step today puts you in a position to take a slightly bigger step the next day. And then that puts you in a position to take a slightly bigger step the next day. And you do that for 2 or 3 years, man, you're starting to stride.
A blade does not become strong. It does not become tempered until it's been through the fire several times.
I want you to know something, that the bigger your dream is, I want you to understand the harder the grind. Listen to me. What I am telling you is that if you're willing to go beast mode, you can have whatever you want. And I need you to understand that the bigger your dream is, the earlier you're gonna have to get up. The longer you're gonna have to stay up. The bigger your dream is, the more effort you're gonna have to put in.
You're never going to be understood, bro, because you're operating in a space that is reserved for legitimately, statistically 1% of the people. So if you're going down a path of 1%, it's an unreasonable expectation to expect that the 99% is going to understand why you're doing what you're doing. And that's how you produce greatness, bro.
Everything around you will try and force you to dilute yourself. It will force you to try and merge in, fit in with your surroundings. And yet we have to fight it. But I believe that that voice isn't an insecurity. I think it's a version that wants you to chase your potential.
I found peace years ago. In the battle. In the battle, you find peace. When you go to war with yourself, you find a lot of peace because you know exactly who you are.
What makes you get up when you fall down? What makes your mentality change if there's a great situation or there's a bad situation? When I fell, I remember laying on the ground. And I said, Lou, ain't nobody out here gonna help you get up. And so when I started cycling, when I started going to see these doctors, I realized that I turned my greatest pain into my greatest achievement.
I'm serious. I'm serious about everything I'm doing. I'm going to be great. I'm going to be great. It's gonna hurt. I'm gonna have days I don't want to do it. I'm gonna have days where I feel a little burnt out. But I'm going to keep going.
There's a phrase I always say, if you make a bad decision, you will regret it. You must win every second. You must be in control of your life or you will lose. So that's the biggest thing. Never forget your goals. Many dreams die while suffering. Don't be one of those people whose dreams die while you're suffering.
At the end of the day, I do think life is really a single player game. It's all going on in your head. You know, whatever you think, you believe will very much shape your reality, both from what risks you take and what actions you perform, but also just your everyday experience of reality.
You are not responsible for the world. You're only responsible for your work, so just do it.
I think I got to a point in my life where I had to really look myself in the mirror and realize that I'm responsible for how my life turns out. They say the way you're born is not your fault, but the way you die is your fault.
You have to believe it. Yeah. You have to believe it, because if you don't believe it, you won't be that person. And you're on that road to try to be that person. So even though it's embarrassing, why are you on this road?
You want to be the best version of you. You want to grow into this individual that you see yourself being. Then you have to have the intention of becoming your higher self, or I don't think it will happen. So believing in yourself and the bigger picture every single day. You can't take your eye off it.
It doesn't matter where you are in life. It really doesn't. Because the great thing about life is it's always your next move. It's always your next decision that counts.